What's up YouTube, Yoke Gang? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to make my version and twist of a Puerto Rican dish. It is Ensalada de Bacalao. Now, quick little story time. This recipe was actually my childhood home with my mother. Her neighbor was Puerto Rican and they became super best friends, to the point to where that I don't even know if it was planned or not, but my mother's neighbor's daughter and I were 4 days apart. So if you know what my birthday is September 10th, her birthday is September 14th. And I thought, well, that was pretty cool. So we actually grew up together, and while we lived in that home, it was pretty cool. And this was something that she made oh so well, and I was determined to get it right, and I think I've mastered it, and I want to share it with you, so don't go far. What you are going to need is 16 ounces of saltfish. Saltfish, bacalao, whatever it is you want to call it, you just want to get 16 ounces of it, or if you want to make more, it's fine. We're going to need some eggs, a tomato, some onion. You want a whole lot of onion in this recipe. That's how I like it. So we're gonna put a whole lot of onion in there. A potato, white sweet potato, Irish potato, malanga, yuca, ibianda, whatever it is you wanna use, you can use it. Aguacate, avocado, you can add it to there too. I didn't find any nice avocados in the grocery store, so I didn't choose any of them. And Publix, unfortunately, did not have malanga, which is a white Spanish potato. It's in the same family as cassava. So if you look at it, it looks like a yuca root, a cassava root, but it's actually malanga. It's a very white, fleshy potato, and it is amazing. And it goes so well with this, but unfortunately, we are just going to use a regular white potato. You're gonna need olive oil, vinegar, garlic, salt. Now you're gonna say, yo, why are you adding salt to salt fish? Now, what I am going to do, I am gonna boil this salt fish probably about 3-4 times over. We're gonna extract as much of this salt as possible so that I can control the seasoning of this fish. Understood? Great. And some black pepper. So with that being said, when we come back, I'll show you what the next step is. All right, we got our tomato chopped up, getting that core out. Now, remember I told you about taking the seeds out of your tomatoes when you're making salads. It will, 1, keep your salad longer, and 2, will not make your salad runny. So seeds cause extra liquid, and we don't want that in our salad. So if you take a look here, sorry, I already chopped it up. The seeds have been removed, so it's pretty much hollow when you do that. So we're just gonna chop that up in bite-sized pieces. We have our onions in shreds. See that? And we have our potatoes in little cubes. Our eggs, of course, we're just gonna add them to some boiling water once I am done. Let me get a bowl to put this in, and then I'll show you what to do with the onions before you go any further, okay? Got it. Now with your onions, very important. This is a olive oil based salad. So we are gonna be using quite a bit of olive oil. It's okay. It's okay. I wish I can. Okay, we are going to submerge our onion with olive oil. Submerge it. Like so. Then I am going to get about 2 or 3 capfuls of vinegar. 1, 2, and 3, and we are going to let this sit while our saltfish is being boiled out. We're going to just put a little bit of black pepper in it. Why not? And what's happening in this bowl now is we are cutting the actual bite out of the onion. This is why you're able to use so much onion and not be overwhelmed with the oniony taste while you're eating it, because the vinegar and the oil is pretty much going to draw it out, flavor the base, which is the oil and vinegar, and allow you to really enjoy this. So I'm gonna give this a quick little stir. Let me get a fork. And we are just going to let this sit. While we wait, I'm gonna put my tomatoes back into the refrigerator and get some water boiling for our saltfish. Get some water boiling. For the saltfish. Turn it on very easy. Now we're gonna make a mess. We're not putting any salt in this because, like I said, the reason for the boil is to draw out the salt from the saltfish. But before we add it to this, we're gonna rinse it off really quick, and I'm gonna show you how to do that. Okay, I think it's only fair and right that I let you know that it does have a quite strong smell, and I suggest you, it's not necessary, it's not nothing out of this world, but put on a glove or something. Well, it's fish, salted fish. Okay, what we're gonna do now is we're just gonna rinse it. We're gonna help out the boiling process by rinsing it off first, because there is a whole lot of salt on here. And if you don't believe me, you can come take a look for yourself. It's loaded with salt. Let me see. Well, no, that doesn't make any sense for me to even read that to you. You can actually see the salt crystals on there. And hear it. Okay, so we're gonna rinse it off a few times before we add it into the water. Try not to break it up just yet, because you don't want it to become waterlogged. Save the breaking it up for the actual salad process when you're getting ready to fix that up. So you can rinse that off a couple times. Just rinse it. Move it back and forth. Try not to loosen it. Okay, this is 16 ounces. You can use 2 packs and it'll be quite enough. You can also pair this with white rice. Very good with white rice. Okay, we almost have a boil, so we're just gonna speed this up, and we're gonna add this into the pot. Like so. Cover it up, and you don't have to worry about it anymore until you have a very, very rough, roaring boil. Then you throw that water off and repeat the process. Got it? So we'll be back. Our first boil is done. We are going to throw this water off. And repeat the process. I'm not going to put as much water in there this time. I'm going to repeat this process with water again until we eliminate as much salt as possible. Okay, so while we're waiting on our second boil, we are going to boil our potatoes. Okay, break that up. Our potatoes, and I have 5 washed eggs that I'm going to boil all together to speed up this process. I am also going to let me take that out. I'm going to salt this water as well. I am going to put some salt in this water so that our potatoes are not bland. This drives me crazy. Shoot. Let me grab some salt. I'm going to change the coarseness on the salt to coarse. Okay, our second boil is done. And while we wait on our eggs, we are going to let this cool so that we can break it up easier. We're going to start it with the fork first. Pretty much mince it up with the fork first. Okay, so I am going to transfer my saltfish into the bowl. Try not to get the excess water in the bottom of the pot. But you want all of it because 16 ounces is clearly not a whole lot. Okay, and this is how that looks. Now I'm going to use my forks because it's hot, and I am just going to separate the fish. Now, be careful while you're separating it and just look out for bones because sometimes there will be bones that are left in, even though it is filleted. You want to make sure that you peep out any of those bones that could be left behind. And we're gonna let this cool. And once our eggs and potatoes are done, we will combine everything. We have our potatoes and our eggs boiled. Wow. Strain that, and y'all already know I got my ice bath for my eggs. Let's put this back here really quick. So let me get these eggs peeled up. Let me let them cool off. Get them peeled up, and I'll show you how to build this wonderful salad. So don't go far. While we wait on our eggs to cool, I am just gonna manually, now that the saltfish is cool, I'm gonna go in and just finish shredding it or breaking it down with my fingers so that it's completely flaky. See, like these big pieces, you just want to squish it so that it can separate. Just flake it all up. Bigger pieces. Okay. Just like that. Again, be aware of the bones and just pick them out gradually as you find them. Okay, we have our peeled eggs, our shredded saltfish, and we are now going to join this together. Y si tú estás, yo sé que ustedes estaban conmigo todo este tiempo pero te voy a decir en español que estamos haciendo una ensalada de bacalao puertorriqueño. Esto es estilo puertorriqueño es de una vecina de mi mamá que vive, bueno, obviously, si ella es vecina, ella vive en la casa al lado y ella nos enseñó esta receta. So, lo que estoy haciendo, ya tenemos es nuestro bacalao ya hervido, lo hervimos 2 veces a sacarle mucho de la sal porque ustedes saben que el bacalao está bien salado. So, ahora estoy poniendo los huevos en la ensalada. So now what I'm going to do is I am going to break up my yolks into this salad. Quite simple. I like my yolks to be crushed. Y a mí me gusta que la parte amarilla de los huevos está un poco rompido, un poco que no está bien grande. I'm going to do that with all the eggs. Just crumble it, doesn't have to be uniform or anything. And yes, the cold water helped once again, and I'm very excited about that. Thank you. These are 5 eggs. Son 5 huevos con 16 onzas de bacalao. And just coarsely chop up the egg. So vamos a cortar el huevo. No tiene que ser muy fino ni nada perfecto. Nada más lo estamos cortando como podemos. Okay, so I'm only going to use 4 eggs because that is plenty egg. Wash my hands. La más voy a usar 4 huevos porque es una cantidad. Ahora voy a echar el tomate. Le saqué toda la semilla del tomate para que no me quede aguoso. So now we're going to add our seedless tomatoes because when we took the seeds out so that it's not soggy. And we're going to rake this in just in case there's any liquid settled to the bottom. We're not just dumping that in here as well. And there is a bit of liquid in here. Okay. Ahora tenemos nuestra cebolla que corté, le eché aceite de vinagre, aceite de oliva con 3 capas de vinagre. So this is our mix that we have with the olive oil and our 3 capfuls of vinegar. We're going to give this a stir. And I am going to incorporate the onions first, and then we will gradually add in our oil so that we don't put too much oil in there. It smells so nice. You can smell the vinegar. You can choose, huele tan rico, puedes oler el vinagre. Ahora, you can choose how much or how little onions you want to put in here. Puedes, tu deseo de la cebolla, cuánta cebolla le quiere echar a la ensalada. So, para mí, a mí me encanta mucha cebolla, so le voy a echar casi toda, casi le eché toda. Okay, I almost put that whole onion that we chopped up earlier. Okay, so you're just gonna fold it until it is all combined. You can pretty much judge and see. Okay, so you're gonna stir that around. Now I am going to incorporate some of the oil little by little. Ahora le voy a echar el aceite un poquito a poquito para que podamos tener control en lo que estamos haciendo. So we can keep this under control and not go overboard. Okay, stir it, dale vuelta. Okay, I see I'm gonna need a bigger bowl. I'm gonna get a bigger bowl. Voy a necesitar una fonda más grande. So voy a coger una más grande que tengo. Dame un momentico. A bigger bowl. I'm just gonna put this in here so that I can not make a mess. Very nice. I have a few more onions in here. I'm just gonna throw that in there too. Now remember, the bite has been taken out of the onions because it has been sitting in the olive oil and the vinegar. So these onions are pickled pretty much. Ok, ahora las cebollas no van a estar tan fuertes porque les echamos el aceite y el vinagre para cortar ese sabor bien fuerte que traen las cebollas. Ahora le vamos a... I'm starting off in Spanish. Okay, I am going to reintroduce salt with some garlic salt. It's a new one, sorry. Thought it was open. Okay, we're going to reintroduce some salt. Ok, ahora le estamos reentregando el sal que le sacamos del bacalao. Now I didn't put in the potatoes yet because I don't want to break them up too much. Okay, now we are going to add our potatoes. Ahora, normalmente yo usaría una papa dulce hispana o una malanga, pero no podía encontrar uno, infortunadamente, pero vamos a usar una papa americana blanca. Okay. Was making sure there was no water at the bottom. Estaba estando segura que no había agua debajo del... y no le quería echar el agua. Okay. Simple. Very simple. Very good. Very filling. This salad can be eaten with white rice like I told you before. It is fantastic. It could be eaten cold. It could be eaten warm. However you choose to eat this, it is very good on crackers. It is excellent. Voila, there it is. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you my Puerto Rican style. And I'm sorry, if this is not how you guys normally do it, if this is in no offense to the culture, but this is how our Puerto Rican neighbor taught us how to make the Puerto Rican salad. The saltfish salad. We would also have avocado with this. I don't have one, but it's going to be just as good. Ok, para mis puertorriqueños, esto no está intentado para ofender a nadie. Esto es una versión que nos enseñó a nosotros una señora puertorriqueña y la más lo estoy sharing con ustedes. Eso es lo que es. So, así como luce, me gusta comer con arroz blanco, está riquísimo, me la como fría, un poquito calentico está bien, pero está exquisito como viene ya. So, let's have a taste. Let me get this stuff cleaned up and we'll be right back. Here it is. Bon appetit. Buen provecho. Esto salió exquisito. This came out awesome. Very, very good. Yo gang, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you try it. If you have not yet checked out www.yokgang.com, make sure that you do. Pick up some merch. Check it out. If you have not yet visited, just check out the site, see what it is that you like. If you like something, go ahead and pick it up, and I will pack that personally and send that out for you. But as y'all already know, I love y'all to pieces. It's time to eat.